Hey folks, Erick Blackwelder, Exit First Choice Realty again. Here's another installment on my journey through the process of building a new home. A little journey we're going to take together from the foundation all the way till the date of completion. The particular house I'm following here is being built by Mike Garcia, custom home builder, and it's convenient because it's next door to my house. So, as you can see over my shoulder, the house is in framing. In other words, the walls are being framed using 2x4s and 2x6s, and the floor has been put down sheets of what are called strand board. Notice that I am sitting outside the house. I am not coming to you from inside. That's because a house that's in framing can be a dangerous place. There are things to fall through, there's nails to step on, all kinds of things. I've heard some folks say, well, hey, when they're building a house, they say, well, hey, it's my house, I can go into it. No, it's not your house. It's not your house until you have gone to settlement on it and you've been given the keys. Until then, it belongs to the builder. So I'm going to show you a couple of things here that will give you some enlightenment on what's coming up next in the framing process. Now, this strand board, or what looks like plywood behind me here, is going to be used to be put up on the roof, on top of the roof trusses and below the shingles of the house. Now, if you look behind me here, you can see a stack of lumber. Those are the actual roof trusses that are going to be placed atop the framing by a crane, and then the sheathing, or the strand board I showed you before, will go on top of those roof trusses to form the roof, and then the shingles will go down over that. Each of these roof trusses has been built by a computer-aided system where the design is put into a computer. The computer then guides what's called a jig that will precisely cut the wood, precisely put it in place, and whammo, slam together all of the pieces using some pretty heavy-duty hydraulic equipment. That way the roof trusses are exact fit for the particular house. Now, these are some roof trusses that will be used to form what's called a cricket, which is where you have the fireplace coming up to the house and you need to have something called a reverse cable to make the water run away from the fireplace. And again, these have all been precisely cut and precisely put together at a factory so that the fit is perfect when it comes together. Here you can see some more pieces that have been precisely cut and fitted together, and you can see that they use these metal plates here. These metal plates have holes, and where you have the holes, that means that there's a prong that goes down in there, so that this whole piece of metal is used to hold those roof trusses together. Now, this is a view of the rear of the house, so you can see the way it's being put together. Notice that there is a plastic sheet that is being run around the house. That's to prevent air from leaking out of the house through the framing material. It supplements the wallboard inside, but it helps the insulation and gives you a nice tight fit so that the house has a lot of energy efficiency. Not all builders do this. Mike Garcia, being a custom home builder, puts the best of everything into his house. Now folks, most homes are framed using 2x4s. 2x4s are fine. In this case, on the exterior walls, you can see that Mike Garcia is using 2x6s. So all around the exterior walls of the house are 2x6s to make it more sturdy, but also to give that 2 extra inches of space to put in insulation to help keep the house energy efficient. It matters not whether your house is being built with 2x4 or 2x6. If you're having, say, a production home built by NV Homes, Ryan, Ryland, whatever, they're going to use 2x4s, but they're going to make sure that the R value is at least 13 in those walls. Now this is a front view of the house, and you'll notice that the plastic sheathing that I mentioned earlier that keeps the house insulated has been run across the windows and the doors there. The reason that's left that way is because when when folks come to install the windows, they'll go ahead and cut those and use that as part of the window installation, so that they integrate that exterior wrapping into the framing of the window to keep drafts from coming through. All around the house is this black material that you can see behind me here. It's called a silt barrier, and if you look at the bottom you can see open soil down there. The purpose of this is to comply with the federal Chesapeake Bay Preservation Act that keeps runoff from new homes from going down and filling up the Chesapeake Bay with silt from the construction process. So while the home is under construction and the grounds are barren, and until some grass is put on the property, these silt barriers will keep the silt from running off and clogging up the Chesapeake Bay. Home builders try to get all they need out of every bit of the material they bring out onto the construction site, but still there's always scraps left over. Small pieces of framing wood, small pieces of drywall. So you can see there's a big dumpster back here, and by the time this home is finished, after framing through drywall and the interior trim, it's probably going to be pretty close to full, and that material will be taken out to the local landfill here, where there is a special place where all those wood products and drywall are recycled, so that none of it goes to waste. And here's a porta-john. Yep, it's for the workers who are out here on the site, because when you gotta go, you gotta go. So these are a common feature you see around any new home construction area. So this is the end of today's feature on new home construction, giving you a little bit more detail about what goes into the framing process, showing you the roof trusses, how they're pre-manufactured so that they're precisely right. Those will be lifted on top of the house with a crane and put in place by carpenters probably someday this week. So this is Erick Blackwelder, Exit First Choice Realty, 703-590-2252, or you can make a comment down below, or you can contact me at the email that's on one of the sides of this video. So best regards to you. Have a great day. 170